I was born in '44, and 6 of my relatives served in World War II. So I joined the Marine Corps Platoon Leaders class, as it was called, PLC, right after I got out of high school, and that's how I went into the Marine Corps. Of course, I did not realize when I graduated 4 years later in 1966, Vietnam would be on. So I went basically straight into advanced training right after I graduated language school and then to Vietnam in May of '67. While I was in the service, I understood very well the military logistics system, which is best described as a supply push. The Defense Department buys beans, bullets, and blankets, pushes them forward, go down to division, go to regiment, battalion, and then finally the platoon and the company gets the stuff that they need. Well, an automated society is just the opposite of that. It's demand pull. When I came back from the service, those two things came together. So my military experience, I was both in a ground unit and an air unit. So it wasn't unusual for me to have those two things together. And that's why the original Federal Express had an air component and a ground component. Well, we do so many things for veterans. Part of that comes from my background. Obviously, I have a soft spot for any veterans cause or military memorial, particularly military memorials, because they're about the people who paid the ultimate price in the military. I was the co-chairman to build the World War II memorial. I was responsible for raising the money. All of the construction and the architectural details and all, they were handled by the American Battle Monuments Commission. When we opened the memorial up on 2004, we had 400,000 people there. It was one of the great days of my life, and it's the most visited memorial in Washington, D.C. And then support of military families and wounded warriors. We've done all kinds of things, from delivering Christmas trees to the troops to, probably more importantly, seeking out and employing large numbers of veterans. We try to do things that help veterans' families. I'd supported the Marine Corps Foundation with contributions. A couple of my daughters are film producers, and they wanted to make a film about the first African-American naval aviator, Jesse Brown, and his wingman, Tom Hudner. And it just seemed to me that this story needed to be told, and so I put up the money to tell the story, and then donated the proceeds of the money to the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation, because I always wanted to do something that expressed my gratitude for what the Marine Corps taught me. The Marine Corps really taught me how to do two things very, very importantly. The first was to organize efforts or accomplishment of the mission. Equally, if not more important, because FedEx is a service company, were the principles of leadership. Our focus on taking care of the customer, keeping our purple promise, as we call it. I'll make every FedEx experience outstanding. That came straight out of the Marine Corps. And I remind people of that all the time.